You and Suge Knight, right? You was telling me about how you and him would always get into it because he would buy you stuff, but the stuff that he would buy you wouldn't be in your name. And I do know for a fact, right? It's documented that, some of the stuff that Suge Knight would buy Tupac wouldn't be in his name either, like the houses, the jewelry, the cars. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I seen Snoop say in an interview before that some of the stuff that Suge Knight was buying him wouldn't be in his name. If you don't mind, man, can you go into detail about that?
Oh, go ahead. I ain't scared. I ain't scared, bruh. Okay, so what had happened was I get a phone call. We trying to get this thing right, man, because everybody thought I was weird for a minute. And the reason they was thinking I was weird because I'll be turning down. So he called me. Boom. Come get this Beamer, X. I say, what? They said, Suge bought you a brand new 750. Mind you, I had just seen Snoop about a week prior. Snoop had a cold 840. And it was an 850. I told Suge I want me a black 750. So I pull up. Eric B was there. Eric B say, man, I'm about to get me a Rolls Royce. Now, mind you, I'm from Long Beach. We don't know nothing about no Rolls Royces or Bentleys and a Bentley. I was thinking, ooh, it sounds good, but could I hold one of those down? I was really thinking to myself, how could I pull up the King Park in a Bentley? I'm like, you know what? That's a little bit too much Huxtable for me. I can't do that. I could do a Beamer though. So, bro called me, got the Beamer. Long story short, I slide up there. They give me the keys. I slide down in the Beamer, and I'm riding around. I'm like all in wheelchair, like what? My lawyer called me. My lawyer say, what's going on with you? I say, man, I'm driving around, got me a Beamer. He said, where you get a Beamer from? I say, sure. He said, mm-hmm. He said, did they give you the bill to sell to the Beamer? I say, no. He said, do you have registration for the Beamer? I say, no. He said, what do you have in that BMW that says that you have permission to drive it and it's yours? I say, nothing. I said, I got the key. He say, bro, if you don't take that car back to homeboy right now, I slide back over there. I think at the time, brother front desk was named Roy. I say, hey man, what's the paperwork to go to the car, bruh? He said, what paperwork? He said, I mean, that's a death row car. You ain't got to worry about no paperwork. I say, huh? I say, bro, I'm driving up and down Melrose and I say the police is not gonna pull me over and I'll be like, oh, this is a death row car. I said, that's not gonna work. You got to give me some kind of paperwork. So Suge called me back and he said, man, you always make it difficult. Who, wow, who. I just turned around and walked out. So long story short is, yes, some cats was going for the thing. I just had loving people and some people that was nudging me in the right direction, that was telling me that anything you get that don't have your name on it, that it's not technically yours. So if the police get called and some come out, well, who is this for? But technically, it's for the cat's name that's on it. If your ID don't match that and it's not you, then you're going to be with your ass out. So I say, I was about 90, 95, 90. I would never accept a gift from nothing if it ain't for me. I need to see all documentations. But yeah, the answer is correct. A lot of cats was death row houses, you know. My little cousin Snoopy had that issue. I think he had a bomb house, but it was in Suge's name, but it was Snoopy's house. Snoopy had to do some things and finesse to get it back in his name. But that was going on, trucks, houses, apartments, and that's why Cass was like, X, why you not accepting nothing? Because if it ain't for me, like, we riding around, nobody else should jump off. It's got to be for me.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And they was falling for it, man. Cause I do know Snoop. Shout out to Snoop, man. Yeah, like you said, I do know it was a lot of stuff that they was giving him at that time that wasn't actually in his name. And I know Tupac, that's well documented. That majority of the stuff they was giving him, like the houses, the jewelry, the cars, and all that, wasn't even in his name.
But he didn't even know until the last minute. You feel me? And when you saying, I just was always a realist. Not to mention, I did kind of have now. Dre was part of the label where every now and then he'll give you a jewel. You gotta listen to him when he say some because he's not gonna keep saying it to you. He gonna say it once, something's gonna hit you, and if you don't catch it, then you probably won't catch it. But I forgot he was saying something. He was like, if it ain't registered in your name, if it ain't yada, if it ain't, it's not yours. It belonged to somebody else, and that just stuck. So kudos to Dre.